It blows me away that right now, Tina, there are people sitting around a table, kind of like we're sitting around right now talking about Tipton Ministries. They're sitting around and they're devising a scheme on how to hurt people, how to scam the elderly, how to trap children. Do you know that right now you could be on TikTok and you could learn how to do an at-home abortion? Do you know that right now your child could be on TikTok learning how to give oral? These are crazy times, and somebody created that content. Somebody created it and put it out there for to devising a scheme to hurt people.
That was one thing I needed to really hone in on, is that you have an awesome video on their website, the Tipton Ministry website, and it talked about all the different apps that your child may be tapping into, and I found that completely enlightening. I wish that I had seen that video 10 years ago or whenever, when my kids were younger, because it is something you have to go visit that website. If you have a parent with teenagers or any kid that 10 years old, whatever, that has a phone, has an app, you need to watch those videos. She does a fantastic job of what they're viewing. I had no idea. Like, I was totally oblivious to that. And unfortunately, I have prodigal child that is totally in no contact with, because of being hoodwinked, being groomed by these evil people. So I encourage you, please watch her YouTube channel.
It is called The Secrets of Social Media, and you can see that right on our website at tiptonministry.com. The Secrets of Social Media. The Lord has given me a mind to understand the secrets of social media. Of course, I wasn't raised in that. This is something I had to learn, but the Lord has given me a mind to understand it, and then also a heart to reveal it. So I'm very thankful for that. Know who is gaming your child. Those are things, right? The predator is no longer driving a white van, going through the neighborhood and snatching children. Those days are over. The predator now is in your child's bedroom and soliciting and looking and being a creeper. And just know that your child is probably, I know that even online, I don't share everything. I don't share my bad day. And there's a good chance I lied about my age. And if I lied about my age on social media, there's a good chance that your child also lied to make their profile, to be age appropriate, because you do know that you have to be 13 to have a social media app.
Wow.
And so many of even our elementary students have apps. So you have to be 13, which would be about 8th grade, to have an app. And many of our students we see are lying about their age to bypass that birthday verification. And then now in social media land, it's a 15-year-old, not an 11-year-old.
Not knowing that they're grooming our kids. Even the gamings, like you're saying, the gamings apps are grooming our children. So I encourage you to, like I said, watch her video. It's really, really good.
The gaming app is off the chain. I'm just going to say that right now, because we had a situation with a 9-year-old boy, and he was playing video games with a 13-year-old girl at 2 o'clock in the morning. She had confided in him, because now on gaming, you're messaging back and forth too. Back in the day when I was playing video games at home, my parents would have to pony up for the second remote for the game. And it's not like that no more. When you play with multiplayers, you can play with somebody in a different state, somebody you've never met before. But here, this 13-year-old had confided in this 9-year-old boy that she was being victimized and molested, and that he needed to help her. So he wakes up his parents in the middle of the night and says, "Hey, I need some help. This 13-year-old girl, she's being abused. She needs some help." And so the mother calls me in the middle of the night and says, "Hey, who do I call this into?" I said, "Wait a second. There ain't no 13-year-old girl playing video games at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's a man." And she said, "What?" I said, "Think about this. Ain't no 13-year-old girl who's being sexually molested or exploited is going to confide in your 9-year-old son like he's going to have the power to help her. Think about this right here. That's a man. Do you know that right here in Michigan, a 9-year-old boy was playing video games at 2 o'clock in the morning, not with a 13-year-old girl, but a 36-year-old man from Nebraska?
Wow.
The predator is in your child's room.
Wow.
Know who your child is gaming with.
Yeah, and talk about that gaming. I know you, on your video, it talked about them getting money for picks or their little, whatever their gaming coin
redemption
is.
codes.
Yes.
So, well, over here, I love those Amazon gift codes. You know what I'm talking about when you get free Amazon money or you get something in your Christmas card and it's an Amazon gift card. Well, on the back of that is a redemption code. Essentially, it turns into cash. And redemption codes are on your Nintendo. They're available on most of the gaming apps. And so now children are trading pictures, nude pictures of themselves or of each other, and trading them for those redemption codes. Essentially, they are selling their pictures for money, for cash. And there's also such a thing called a cashless wallet now. My PayPal right now is connected to my bank. If I don't have money in my PayPal, it withdraws it out of my bank account. But now there's a such thing as a cashless wallet, so you can have an underage child with no bank account, with no minor account set up at the Chase or at the Huntington Bank, that now that child has access to real currency, and it's called a cashless wallet.
Wow, that was enlightening as well. And so I'm so glad that you're listening to this and that you are going to hopefully look into your children or your grandchildren's apps and find out more about Tipton Ministry. I'm Tina Jackson, and thank you so much for joining today. If you liked today's video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. For the full-length version, click on the link to the side. And don't forget that you are a beautiful creation in Christ Jesus.